Yo, Porch, what's happening?
What up, EJ? How you doing?
Yo, I saw you just hold up the cutest cat's named Rilo. Can you let everybody see Rilo for a
Yeah,
quick second?
here we go. Oh, he's not having it, but this is my cat, Rolo.
How old is Rilo?
He's like 2 months.
Have
I
you
just got
always
him
been
like
a
top
cat
of the summer.
person? Oh,
No, bro,
really?
I'm literally so scared of him. Like I like dogs, but I can't have a dog in my apartment, so I'm like, I got a cat, and he's cool.
So this slowly happened over, I want to say maybe over the quarantine. I went to visit a friend and I like fell in love with their cat because I used to think that no cat's going to be sashaying in my house and
Mhm.
walking around like they pay rent and they don't do
Exactly.
it. You know what I'm saying? And they want me to
Mhm.
worship them. Absolutely not.
But it's kind of cool though. I mean, he's like a little boss of the house, but it's chill because like he doesn't take much. You don't gotta take him on a walk or nothing. He's just chilling.
Yeah, he does his own thing.
That's like myself. I'm like a cat and a human person.
Most people that don't really mess with cats are cats, if that makes sense. Like
Hmm.
we do our own thing. We don't like to be told what to do. Like we'll come to you when we need something. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And if I want to play, I'll come play. If I want to chill, leave me alone.
Exactly. Hey, how are you? What's happening?
I'm good. What's happening? I just got back from LA. I went
Okay.
out there to work on some music and just, shake hands and stuff. And I'm chilling, just at home.
So where are you right now?
I'm in Massachusetts, but I'm originally from Harlem, New York.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
legit. I want to
Hmm.
say congratulations on the EP. How does it feel to have all of those songs out right now?
It's great. I mean, a lot of these songs actually I wrote in 2019, so it's been kind of a process. And I know since I know kind of the history of it, it just feels like a big relief to finally get them into like everybody else's hands and ears and stuff.
So since they've been out since 2019, have you been like super anxious? Like you, like I know I talked to like a lot of artists and they'll already have moved on from said project since they've wrote it and they've done it so far like behind. Are you the same way? Like mentally moved on?
Yeah, I'm like already moved on from the next project. Like I'm about to drop a mixtape probably end of the year, and I'm already thinking about my debut album and stuff. But I don't know. I think just keeping going and thinking forward is how you like just stay motivated. And for me, I can't do the same thing twice, so I gotta like figure out what's gonna make me excited to get up in the morning and all that stuff. So for sure, thinking ahead.
What are some of the things that you feel like that motivate you? Like what gets you out of bed and keeps you going every day?
The fact that like I've made stuff like in my mind, like thought like, oh, this lyric would be cool or this video idea, and I've executed it and put it in real life, that I can do that again. And just I don't know. I'm not satisfied yet of where I'm at like career wise or also just like artistically. I know I can grow so much more.
Are you one of those people that are constantly thinking about work, constantly like you'll hear one of your songs and like, man, I can make that better, or I can do this, or I can do that. Are you one of those people?
Yeah, yes and no. I like not premeditate, but I think a lot about stuff. But when I go to execute it, it's pretty like fast.
Mhm.
So yes and no, I guess. I'm kind of anxious about stuff though, not in like a bad way. I'm just like, oh, I want to get it done. And like, I don't know. I'm learning more to like just chill and be in the moment and like, you'll get it done. There's no rush, move at your own pace kind of thing.
So you do a lot of working. How do you shut that off? How do you play hard? Because I'm sure you work hard, but you also have to play hard. So what are some of the
Yeah.
things that you do to like shut that off to relax? Like, what are you doing?
For me, relaxing is like doing music and making videos and stuff, and everything else in my personal life and home life and just real life, that's the stuff that makes me like, oh, I'm tired and all that stuff. So but besides that, I like to swim, play basketball, regular stuff. I like going on hikes.
I want to hear about like what made you think that college was not for you? Because I talked to a lot of people that it's just like, I wanted to go, but I was scared of
Mhm.
math class. I was super scared of math. And I'm like, I can't go through that another 4 years class. So I just decided not to go at all. After 2 months, you were like, I'm done.
Mhm.
What made you do that?
I didn't want to be there in the first place, so 2 months was kind of my like free trial period, and I was like, all right, you guys got 2 months out of me, now I'm gonna go do what I gotta do. But I don't know, I just because no one in my family really went to college and stuff, so I felt like this pressure, like, oh, go to college, make everybody happy. But to make yourself happy and make everybody else happy, you gotta do what you want to do. And I figured that out. And like math is not my biggest thing either. I know how to count, I know how to add, subtract, but all of that numbers and letters and weird signs, I'm like, get that out of my face.
Do you feel like you put that added pressure on yourself just to go to school, even though you didn't want to be there?
A little bit, yeah. And I knew eventually I'd probably leave or just find my way doing something else. But I was like really just trying to make my mom at least smile and be like, my son went to college and he tried it and stuff like that. And she smiles now too, because like I'm doing what I like to do. But I don't know. It was kind of also I didn't know I wasn't ever a musician before college, so it wasn't like I was like fighting between this and that. It was kind of
Right.
just like, I didn't have any other choice, so I was like, I guess I'll go to college. And I played sports too, so that could have been an option. But ultimately, I just fell into doing music.
So fast forward 2 months of college. How did you fall into music? How did you get bit by that bug?
I had dropped out and I moved back to town where I went to high school, and then I went to a friend's house who like made music like in the local scene, and I was like, oh, we're just chilling. I was like, yo, let me make a song. So I went on YouTube. I was like, Party Next Door type beat, because that's like one of my favorite artists.
Mm-hmm,
Put up a
mm-hmm.
Party Next Door type beat, just like freestyled a song. It was so dumb. It's probably out there on the internet still. And then I was like, I love music. I put it up the same night, cover art off Google. Like I was like, Goofy meets a girl, because that was like my favorite movie back in the day. Put that
Mm-hmm.
as the cover art. It got 100 plays like in a week, which is nothing. But to me, just people wanting to like hear what I have to say, I was like, I want to do this.
Are you some people that like reads the comments and things like that?
Yeah, but I don't ever take offense to it. I kind of
Yeah.
laugh because I always look at music as like subjective. There's so much music and there's no goal with it besides just to like, get stuff off your chest or like have fun. So if someone has like a bad thing to say, I kind of laugh and like, I'm like, yeah, it sucks, whatever. Cause like, it's whatever, bro.
You got the life hack because I feel like a lot of people take that to heart, being as though you're being super vulnerable. You're creating a
Mhm.
song, you're telling people about your life, you're letting people into the vulnerability, and you're able to just laugh it off. That's really
Yeah,
interesting.
I think because when I was a little kid, I was bullied sometimes and stuff like that. So I just got used to it. And also being from New York, you kind of get that tough skin, like everybody's cracking jokes and all that. So you don't really take it to harm. And I don't know, as I got older, especially too, I realized people have something to say, even if it's a negative thing, they have a feeling towards you. And I don't know, sometimes hate is just like love that's not really, what is it called?
Misplaced loved.
Yeah, misplaced love or love that's not communicated right.
I've never heard that before. That's actually really profound.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to get deep or nothing like that, but that's what I feel like it is. Because like, if you feel such a need to say something to me, then you have some type of feeling towards me, and it's all love, whatever.
That's why I feel like when people are indifferent about you, it's worse than them hating you because
Exactly.
when you hate somebody, you're still invoking an emotion to the point to say how they feel about you, which means you feel a type of way about me. And I realize people that hate you will come back to the page even more than the people that support and that love you.
hmm And like when you're growing up, they always say like the girls who make fun of you and pick at you the most actually like you deep down inside. So I kind of just look at it like that. I'm like, oh,
Absolutely.
you like me a little bit, but you don't want to say it. It's all right.
So you couch surfed in LA? Tell me all about that.
Yeah, so some kids I had met, this kid named Darius and this kid named Jimmy. They're like a little older than me from back in like my high school area. They had
Mhm.
moved to LA to do some other type of like artistic stuff, model, fashion, whatever. And I was like, yo, I'm coming to LA. Like, can I just stay at your crib and stuff? They're like, yeah, whatever. Give them a loan money sometimes, all that. And then I went to my producer's house. I met him through his niece, through some like SoundCloud demos. That's a whole another story. I was
Mhm.
sleeping on his couch. Anybody I met, really, I was just like on their couch. But as like a kid, I grew up like just always going to my friend's house and like crashing and stuff. So I was used to couches and I don't mind. And to me,
Right.
like some people are like, oh, couch surfing, like you're taking such a big risk. It's like it's a place to sleep, bro. People be on the street. So it's like it wasn't that bad for me. It was
So
cool
you're,
though, because you got to get a little piece of everybody's life and I don't know.
it's not that serious. Really, it's
No,
not
no,
that
no.
serious.
But a lot of people come from like more privileged backgrounds, I guess. So they would think it's like, oh my God, I'm on my couch, like, I'm going through it.
No,
But
they bougie. That's what they
yeah,
are.
if you're not bougie, you can sleep on the couch.
Exactly. So let's
You
talk
ever
about
couch surf
peanut butter.
before?
Me?
Yeah.
Not necessarily couch surf, but like whenever I stay with like family members, I'm not too good to sit and sleep on a couch, if that makes sense.
Exactly. You're a good guy.
If I don't have to like pay for a hotel, if you know what I mean, I can save that money.
Exactly. Even to this day, wherever I go, I'm like, I'm on the couch, the floor, whatever.
I feel like that says a lot about your character. Let's
hmm
talk about peanut butter right quick. Tell us about that.
Peanut butter. I don't know. It's like my little baby. That's probably like the most recent song on the EP that I made. The other ones were like 2019. And I
Mm-hmm.
made that with this guy named Phil Fever, who I was introduced to. And we're kind of just freestyling in the studio, blah, blah, blah. And I'm allergic to peanut butter, actually. So I don't even know how this even came up. Yeah, I'm like definitely allergic. And then I just like said it in the mumbling. He was like, "Oh, you said peanut butter." I was like, yeah, what about that? And I was like, oh, peanut butter drop, and then just like kind of flew it out, and I was like, let's get it. And
That's
it's kind of a song about like a crush. I don't know if she was a real crush or not, because I don't know a girl with green eyes,
Mhm.
but just like in my mind of like that feeling when you just are feeling someone, but they might not be good for you, or the situation might not be in your best interest, but you still are like, mm-hmm.
I feel like it just made sense. You don't like peanut butter. You're allergic to peanut butter, but you're still. It's like connecting in my head right now.
Mm-hmm. And like a lot of people like peanut butter, and like it's often like a snack for most people. So
Mhm.
it looks good to everybody else, and it is good, I guess. I've never had it, but to me, it's
But
not so
you're
good.
allergic to it.
Yeah, but you still have that desire. Sometimes the things you can't have is what you want the most too.
Do you have an EpiPen or no? Is it not that serious?
I haven't had one in like 3 years. I had one at my mom's house, but then when I moved out, I haven't had one.
I want to know what is a peanut butter drop top though.
You ever heard like a rapper say like, "Oh, the car had peanut butter guts"? It's just like describing the seat color. A
Oh,
light,
okay.
a light brown leather or whatever material you want to have in your car, like peanut butter.
I feel that. So what's next for Porsche? Tell me all about that.
PORSH bets. I got a mixtape I've been working on, just a whole bunch of different vibes, and I don't know, kind of like a mature version of PORSH. Since the
Mhm.
other songs I kind of were my like first batch of music, it was kind of just like getting my feet wet, finding out how to write a song, how I sing and stuff like that. So this next mixtape, I'm like getting more comfortable with myself and kind of like pushing the boundaries, and I don't know, just feeling myself a little more and
Are
just
you
showing
the
people
type
I could do other things.
right? Are you the type of person that's able to even listen to past stuff that you did, or do you like?
When I first had the EP ready and like it wasn't out yet, I was like, oh, I can't listen to this. Like I suck, blah, 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 blah. But now that I'm out and I'm seeing people actually appreciate it, it's giving me more like a reappreciation for the songs after it's been in my head for so long. So I kind of find the love again by other people loving it. And now I look at back at them like, oh, it's like nostalgic.
What's your favorite thing looking forward that you have coming out that you can talk about? Like just looking forward,
Hmm.
you have this coming out that you can tell me about.
My next single,
Okay.
it has to do a lot with just like my experience in LA and stuff like that. And I don't know, for me, I've never heard someone talk about it like this.
Mm-hmm.
And from also in my music, a lot of times you might get distracted by the beats or like just like the happy manner of it and like the upbeatness. But I'll be talking about stuff that's like real stuff or stuff that's like actually not happy. And the song's gonna have people dancing, but if you sit down and like read the lyrics or even listen a little closely, you'll be like, damn, I can feel this. Especially if you've been in the industry or if you've been in LA or any type of situation, you'll be able to feel it for sure.
Before you go, what's one piece of advice that you got from someone like an OG in the game that you're like, man, this is true, just about the industry, your life, everything?
Probably from my grandma. She's always like, there's consequences to your actions, and like not even in a bad way. Even if you do good things, there's gonna be consequences, and you kind of you gotta roll with the punches with it. And I always remember that in the back of my mind. Anything I do, I'm like, but what's gonna happen if I do this, or what if I do this, or what if this doesn't happen? So that always sticks with me for sure.
I think that's a great way to live. Like, just think about the reaction or the consequences to what you're doing. Cause I feel like a lot of times people don't think about that and they just do. You know what I mean?
But also, you can think about it in a way like this reaction is gonna help me. So
Right.
even
True.
if
Right.
this might seem a little risque, but at the long run, it's gonna help me. That's why I really appreciate like Lil Nas X. He's so like controversial with the stuff he does, and like that's like great to see, especially from like another young black kid. I'm like, damn, do that shit.
I feel like he was brought here to shake up this game and he is doing it and he's killing it right now.
Exactly, and like he's probably a person who thinks about reactions a lot, but they
Right.
obviously help him. So
Just like how you're about to be killing it. I appreciate you jumping on and chatting with us.
no problem. Thank you for having me. I've never done one of these, so this is cool.
That was the first one.
Yeah, kind of. I did like one little thing before, but this is like the real thing.
And look at you. You killed it like a champ. I appreciate that.
Appreciate you having me, EJ.
Of course. You take it easy. Next time you're in LA, we'll catch up. You'll come into the studio and we'll do this for real.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll talk
I
to
used to think Forever Out Now, Peanut Butter Out Now.
you. Say it one more time.
I used to think Forever Out Now, Peanut Butter Out Now by PORSH Bets, and yeah, that's
We
it.
got you. Appreciate you, bro.
Peace.
Talk to you.